I honestly didn't think it was gonna be this hard to freaking get a video going. I've spent almost 4 weeks contemplating. Contemplating what? Oh, this is so hard. It's weird. It's weird, like, you find something that you're actually passionate about, something you want to pursue, something you actually want to go for, then everything feels overwhelming, and it's just it's too much. It really is. Right from the moment I posted those first 2 videos, I was like, oh, there's so much more I want to do to get the quality of my videos better, the audio, the lighting, everything, the just figuring out my camera, all the camera settings, all of it. It was so it's been really frustrating. All that comes down to is expectations. Expectations. Self expectations, actually. Not even expectations from others. On a sense, it is, but whenever it's created from other people, it's from me. It's been something I've projected onto the other people of, oh, I'm gonna look cringy on these videos. I'm gonna be embarrassed. I won't be able to be myself. And even just posting on this platform in general, everything is very censored when it comes. Just I feel like I can never fully express what I want to say because I'm like living in fear of like it not working out or it getting a bad like criticism or whatever. It's like everything I realized in the first video I've made of wanting to pursue this, of like really discovering something that I'm like passionate about and like and the whole learning process of it. That hurt. Oh, too much passion. Passion turns into pain. But I've been living in fear this past month, questioning, second guessing myself every step along the way. I made those first 2 videos, and I was like, I'm not gonna get anywhere with these videos. I completely threw out the purpose of why I was doing those videos, to put myself out there, to break this bubble that I live in, to break past all these fears and anxieties I have about pointless crap. So, I wanted to start my journey. I went on YouTube. I've spent hours on YouTube just discovering everything I could about the filming process, how to make good videos, all of that. And in a result, it's intimidated me. It's almost pushed me away from wanting to do it because I feel like I'm so far behind and it's like I've got this late start compared to everyone else who's out there. But that's the issue. Constantly comparing myself to the new trend, the biggest YouTuber right now, whatever it is. I take so much inspiration from them that I try to manifest myself, and then I try to show myself. I haven't been able to make it my own because I there's so much pressure, the outer pressure from that. I feel like I have to conform to that, and doing that, I'm never going to be my authentic self, and it sucks. And through all these expectations, these self expectations that I've created in my own mind, these are maybe real factors for me of, I do need good, camera equipment or whatever it is, but you don't need that. Like, it's just you need to sit down and just press the record button. It really is as simple as that, just sitting down here and doing it. But I get all these ideas in my head, so many, like, right, of like, oh, this would be a good video idea, this would be a good talking piece, I have good opinions on this, I should try and share them with others, and then I immediately shut myself down after having that. I start second guessing myself, and I hate that I do that. And what's funny enough is every day I've gone without posting a video, and the longer it's been since my last video, it just, all it does is cause me more anxiety and more stress and more whatever. It really goes against the grain to do that to yourself. And as soon as I take that step back, it's right back into my old, lazy, procrastinating ass self. I can't tell you how much weight that's brought on me. Procrastination. It is any individual's kryptonite to productivity, to being efficient, to all that, to doing the things you actually want to do. And that's something I've always struggled with. I've always struggled with procrastination. I am the typical example of essay done and the night before it's due. I've done all those things that so many of us do on a regular basis, but it's something that has a lot of strain, that is for sure. I've always struggled in the past getting the grades I wanted, and not because I didn't understand the content or what was going on. It was because the project that I was given a month to do prior to its due date was being done 24 hours before. And I know for a fact I'm not the only one out there who feels like that. That's the problem, is I forget that. I think that it's just me. I think that what I suffer through, the pain I go through, the anxieties I have, the holding off shit until the very last minute, or just completely holding it off and then screwing myself over in the end. I know I'm not the only one out there, but as soon as I start thinking like I am, right, you feel that loneliness. You feel so overwhelmed, like everyone's doing better than you right now. You know, that's probably the scariest thing about procrastination, is it's completely not biased towards anything or anyone. It really can't apply to any person out there. It's about getting up the next day and kicking that habit in the ass and going against it. But the moment that you let it be the one time and then you're like, okay, that's a tomorrow's job. And then tomorrow comes and you're, okay, it can hold off one more day. It's not too bad right now. And that's where it all goes downhill. And I think my problem has always been that when it comes to things like this, when it comes to putting stuff out there, sharing your art, sharing whatever it is, that you got to have something to offer. Of course, I think that still makes sense. I think you should always try to have a purpose to what you're putting out there. But not everything has to be like a selling point or something that's going to absolutely change people's minds. Because that's why I wanted to start this channel, was to express me and express what I wanted. But here I am trying to conform to other standards, other people's expectations, what other YouTubers do. You know, I'm so caught up in that idea that have something to offer, you're never going to get the results that you're looking for. I get so caught up in those external thoughts, you know? As soon as I hear those opinions or tips, it's channeled as my own. That's my own thoughts, and those become my own anxieties and everything I struggle with in that life. It's not that I didn't do anything this past month. I've done a lot of research into lighting. What good is any of that equipment if I don't freaking use it? I just need to stop thinking. As weird as that sounds, action speaks louder than words. There's no more talking. There's no more thoughts or thinking I can put into it. I just need to sit down and go. I'm never gonna ever get to that next step if I'm not fucking posting shit. If people aren't seeing my progress. As soon as I dropped that video, I was like, everything needs to become better. I've been trying to stay busy and continue pursuing something with what I want to do. But what about me? Why haven't I done it? I've become too comfortable. You're not supposed to get too comfortable. As soon as you accept that, like, this is it, this is all I need, this is okay, you instantly lose the gratification for the situation you're in. I had it now. I didn't have expectations. I didn't have goals, or I always had an idea for my future, but I wasn't committed to anything. I can't lie. I've literally sat around the past 5 to 6 months and have barely done anything. I've been able to maintain a place, do things like that, buy myself groceries, make food, like the basics, the necessities, but I actually haven't been able to pursue myself as a person. I need to start chasing that before it's too late, before 5 years goes past and I'm looking back regretting not picking up this camera and just doing it. And here we are, 8 months later. Yep, it's so crazy how everything I said in those previous clips you just saw are all still stand true. Everything is still just as relevant as it was then as it is now, and I didn't follow through. I didn't do what I said I was gonna do, but I decided there's no more f***ing around now. I'm just gonna do it. I've said everything that I needed to say. You love it. You love doing it. When you're finally sitting down doing it, it's like, oh, this is where I'm meant to be. This is what I want to do. But it's the process of getting there, and like that's what like procrastination is, right? It's not that you don't want to do the things that you want to do. Is it gonna be as enjoyable as, per se, sitting on your phone and scrolling through Instagram all day? Because that's something that's easy, it's something that's attainable, it's instant gratification, right? Where something like this, when I'm sitting down talking, it's fine, but then there's the whole after part. I gotta edit the video, and of course I enjoy those parts too, but it's a process, it's a whole thing, and it's time to just upload this video, let people know why I was gone for I don't know, 8-9 months longer. I've lost track, to be completely fair with you. I've got plenty of great clips. My girlfriend and I went on a trip a couple months ago. We went out west, and I got amazing clips from that. There's so much I want to work with, and it's funny because I've contributed to all the things that I've considered overwhelming in my life. And that's really what it all comes back to. Everything is so subjective. Like, everything is like what you make of it and your perspective on it, and that's the only thing that's going to dictate how your life's going to go. Look at me. I look completely different from that last video. Saw my hair was gone, scruff growing now. Man, I just shaved a beard. I just had a full ass beard. But it's the process of life, and it's kind of nice that I'm like back to this. It's like back to like the starting roots of everything. Not as short, but getting there. I really wanted to create this portion just to show that I'm gonna upload that, and that's like 8-month-old footage. This is like the updated. This is the current November 2022. Here I am. Here's what I look like. But everything I still said there is true, and it's continued how I feel over these last few months. When I went on that trip, I came back, I started working a job, and now I'm working another job that I hate. It's to save up, it's to get money, it's to do this. It's to contribute everything I have to this again. So I'm holding myself to it. I really am looking forward to this. And I miss this. I miss this a lot. I miss sitting down and just kind of talking. So much I could say. I could ramble for like 20 minutes if I wanted to. I could make a whole podcast just myself. Sounding freaking crazy probably, but I think we're all a little crazy if we decide to sit down and talk to a camera. But it is the way it is. It's not about others. Never has been. I made it that, but never has been and never should be. Like, what was I really even thinking? I thought, conforming to these ways and putting myself in this bubble, that would I ever really attract the audience and the people I truly want to see my message by doing that? No, I wouldn't have. I would have became something that I'm not, and then one day the real me would have slipped back out, the truth would have came out, and then I would have been shut down again. But it's time to not give a flying crap what other people think, no matter what. Even if I do sound crazy, just sitting here rambling, talking to a camera, but it's okay, because things are gonna change. When you get so low, it's crazy how you can just make the change you want to make. It sucks that you have to get that low. I truly think everything happens for a reason, and I think my hiatus, my vacancy for this couple month period where I wasn't doing shit all again, I think those things truly happen for a reason, and they're learning lessons. Or if you look back on those things and just constantly think negative about them and bad, like I've been doing to myself these past year or two, I'm just constantly making myself feel bad, you don't grow. You stay stagnant. You stay in the exact same spot. As much as you can be aware of the things that you need to do for your life and the things that have put you on the wrong path in the past, until you actually forgive yourself and move forward with it, you're not going anywhere. There's no more excuses. I'm uploading this video, giving you the reasons that I needed to hear for myself, and maybe someone else needs to hear this too. It's time to put things in motion. I'm tired of feeling sorry for myself, tired of constantly making excuses. It's time to make the most of it. I have reached my breaking point. It's time. I'm telling you, mark my words. A year from now, 2 years from now, I'm manifesting this shit now. I will have the subscribers I want. I will be able to follow my passion to the fullest. To maybe make income off of it. Maybe. One day. We'll see. Mark my words. I'm manifesting this shit. Bring in the positive energy I need. Let's go!